Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman you really liked and felt that quiet, sinking feeling that something went wrong, but you had no idea? Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman you really liked and felt that quiet, sinking feeling that something went wrong, but you had no idea what? You said the right things, you were polite, you were interested, and still nothing. She pulled back. The energy shifted, and you were left trying to figure out where it all fell apart. I know that feeling. And I want you to know you are not alone in it. I'm your host, and this is The Gentle Mind, where we uncover the real psychology that creates desire. Not manipulation, not performance. Real grounded understanding of how attraction actually works in the human mind. And I'll warn you now, the final trigger I'm going to share with you today is incredibly powerful. It can change everything fast, and almost no one uses it correctly. So stay with me until the end. Let's start with the truth that most men have never been told. You were probably taught somewhere along the way that being a good man means being available, being kind, being consistent, showing a woman that you are reliable, that you care, that you are ready to give her what she needs, and none of that is wrong. Those are genuinely good qualities. But here is where it breaks down. Attraction is not a reward for good behavior. It does not work like a transaction. A woman does not feel drawn to you because you checked all the right boxes. The human brain, especially when it comes to desire, does not operate on logic. It operates on feeling, on energy, on subconscious signals that happen faster than thought. This was never your fault. Nobody taught you this. The education most men receive about women is either filtered through movies that romanticize the wrong things, or through advice that sounds good on paper, but misses the deeper psychology entirely. You were handed the wrong map. That is all. So before we get into the phrases and the triggers, let me give you the actual map. Evolutionary psychology tells us that female attraction evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to scan for very specific signals. Not looks, primarily. Not money, primarily. But signals of value. Signals that said, this man is grounded. This man has options. This man is not desperate. This man sees me, but is not consumed by me. These signals are deeply wired into the female brain, and they activate responses that she often cannot fully explain. She just feels it. Or she does not. And the men who understand how to communicate these signals, not through manipulation, but through genuine inner shifts and intentional behavior, those are the men who stop chasing and start attracting. Once you understand what is actually happening beneath the surface of every interaction, you stop trying to convince a woman to like you. You stop performing. You stop overthinking every text message. You simply become someone whose presence already communicates value. And everything changes. Let us start with the first trigger. Masculine presence. This is the foundation. Everything else builds on it. Masculine presence is not about being tall or loud or dominant in some aggressive way. It is about being grounded. It is about being in your own body, in your own moment, without leaking anxiety into the space around you. When you walk into a room and your energy says, I am comfortable here, I am not here to prove anything, something shifts. Women feel it immediately. It is not a thought. It is a physical response. Cortisol drops, attention rises. Think about the last time you were really trying to impress someone. Your shoulders were probably tense. Your words came out a little too fast. You were watching her reactions, looking for approval, adjusting yourself in real time. That energy, no matter how good your words were, communicated one thing. I am not sure of myself. And uncertainty is not attractive. Not because women are cruel, but because the ancient brain reads uncertainty as risk. Now picture this instead. You are relaxed. You're not rushing to fill every silence. You look at her directly, not with intensity, but with calm. You're interested, but you are not anxious. You have a life outside of this conversation, and she can feel that. That is masculine presence. And it is the single most powerful nonverbal signal you can ever send. Presence is not something you perform, it is something you build. Through purpose, through discipline, through knowing who you are and what you stand for. The punchline is this: she is not drawn to what you say, she is drawn to how you feel to be around. The second trigger is emotional challenge. Here is a counterintuitive truth. When you agree with everything a woman says, when you are always available, always accommodating, always affirming, you become safe. And safe is comfortable, but comfortable is not exciting. Attraction lives in polarity. It lives in that slight, playful tension between two people where neither fully knows what the other is going to say next. Emotional challenge does not mean being difficult or cold. It means having your own perspective. It means being willing to playfully disagree. It means not laughing at everything she says just because she said it. It means being someone she has to earn slightly. Not in a game-playing way, but in a genuine, this man has standards and I want to rise to them way. Here is what this looks like in practice. She says something you mildly disagree with. Instead of nodding along, you lean back slightly and say, I actually see that differently. And then you share your view calmly, without needing her to agree. Or she teases you about something, and instead of getting defensive or over-explaining, you smile and say, that might be the most wrong thing I have heard all week. Light, easy, confident. Polarity creates pull. The punchline. A man who agrees with everything is forgettable. A man who thinks for himself is magnetic. The third trigger is selective attention. This one reshapes how she sees your value. Attention is currency. And like all currency, it only holds value when it is not given away freely to everyone all the time. When a man gives a woman his full, undivided, constant attention from the first moment he meets her, he accidentally communicates that he has nothing else going on, that she is the most important thing in his world. And while that sounds romantic, it actually removes the dynamic that makes attraction possible. Women are drawn to men who have full lives, men who have friendships, goals, passions, routines that exist independently of any woman. Not because those men are withholding, but because those men are genuinely busy becoming. And a woman's subconscious brain reads that fullness as value. She thinks, consciously or not, this man is not available to just anyone. Which means if I have his attention, it means something. So practically, this means you are not triple texting. You are not canceling your plans to be available at a moment's notice. You are not making her the center of your world before she has earned that place. You are interested, yes. You are warm, yes. But you are a man with things to do. And you invite her into that life. You do not build your life around her. The punchline. The man who is always there is taken for granted. The man who is occasionally unavailable is thought about constantly. If this is making sense so far, hit subscribe and join the Gentle Mind community. It helps more men learn what they were never taught. And there is a lot more where this is coming from. The fourth trigger is intentional listening. Most men think attraction is built through what they say, through their stories, their humor, their achievements. And those things matter. But the deeper, more lasting attraction is built through how you listen. Specifically through remembering the small things. When a woman mentions in passing that she is nervous about a work presentation on Thursday, and then you follow up on Friday by saying, hey, how did that presentation go? Something powerful happens in her brain. She feels seen, not in a surface way, but in a this man actually pays attention to me way. oxytocin releases, trust deepens, and trust is the soil in which real attraction grows. This is not a technique. It requires you to actually be present in the conversation, to put your phone down, to stop planning what you are going to say next and just listen to what she is saying right now, to treat her words as worth remembering. There is a version of this that goes even deeper. When she tells you how she feels about something, do not rush to fix it or reframe it or offer a solution. Just reflect it back. Say something like, "That sounds like it was genuinely frustrating." And then be quiet. Let her feel heard completely before anything else. The punchline. Anyone can compliment her appearance. Only a rare man makes her feel truly understood. The fifth trigger is calibrated vulnerability. Here is where a lot of men get confused. They have been told, open up, show your feelings, be vulnerable. And so they do. They share their fears on the second date, their childhood wounds on the third, and wonder why she starts to pull back. And then they conclude, women say they want vulnerability, but they actually do not. That is not the truth. The truth is there is a calibration required. Calibrated vulnerability means sharing real things about yourself, things that matter, things that show you are a human being with depth, without making her feel responsible for your emotional state. There is a difference between a man who says, "I have been working through some things with my relationship with my father, and that has shaped how I show up in relationships," and a man who unloads his grief on her and then looks at her to make it better. The first invites her in, the second puts a weight on her. Share things that show depth, not damage. Show her that you have looked honestly at yourself, that you know your patterns, that you are growing, that you are a man who takes responsibility for his inner world. That is not weakness. That is the kind of strength that creates real intimacy. The punchline. Vulnerability is not about bleeding in front of her. It is about letting her see that you are real. The sixth trigger is gradual physical touch. Physical connection builds attraction in a way that words simply cannot replicate. But the key word here is gradual. And the key principle is always read her response before proceeding. Touch communicates safety, warmth, and desire all at once. And when it is done with awareness, it releases oxytocin in both people, which is the bonding hormone, the one that makes two people feel connected and drawn to each other. But touch that feels rushed or presumptuous triggers the opposite response. It creates distance. The practice here is simple and respectful. A brief touch on the arm when you share a laugh. A light hand on the back when you guide her through a doorway. Small, natural moments of contact that feel warm and grounded, not grabby or calculated. And after each one, you read her body language. Did she lean in slightly? Did she relax? Or did she stiffen? You let her responses guide the pace. Always. The man who touches with awareness and respect is the man she thinks about later. The punchline. The right touch at the right moment says more than an hour of the best conversation. And now we get to the seventh trigger, the one I promised you, the one that almost no one uses correctly. Controlled unpredictability. The human brain is wired to release dopamine, the chemical of excitement and pursuit, not in response to things that are guaranteed, but in response to things that are uncertain. This is the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. Variable rewards, the not knowing, the possibility. When attraction has a slight edge of not being fully certain, the brain leans in. It pays attention. It invests. Controlled unpredictability is not about playing games. It is not about going cold or being cruel or manufacturing drama. It is about not being a completely open book. It is about having dimensions she has not fully explored yet. It is about sometimes surprising her, doing something she did not expect, responding to a text in an unexpected way, having an opinion she did not predict, showing a side of yourself she had not seen before. It also means not always being maximally available, not always texting back within 30 seconds, not always saying yes to every plan. Not because you are playing hard to get, but because you genuinely have things going on and you are a man who operates on his own rhythm. When a woman cannot fully predict you, she thinks about you more. Dopamine is driving that process. She is curious, she is engaged, she is in pursuit mode whether she fully realizes it or not. And that is the shift you want. From you chasing her to her mind being drawn to you. The punchline: predictability creates comfort. Unpredictability creates obsession. Use it wisely. Now let me bring this all together. Everything I have shared with you today: masculine presence, emotional challenge, selective attention, intentional listening, calibrated vulnerability, gradual touch, controlled unpredictability. These are not tricks. They are not manipulation techniques. They are expressions of a man who has done the inner work. A man who knows his own value. A man who shows up with intention. A man who is genuinely interested in a woman, but is not defined by whether she chooses him. That last part matters more than anything, because the deepest shift that has to happen is not in your behavior. It is in your identity. When you know who you are, when you have purpose, when you have standards, when you are actively building a life that excites you, these triggers stop being things you consciously deploy and start being things you naturally embody. Presence stops being a technique and starts being just how you move through the world. Challenge stops being a strategy and starts being your honest perspective. Vulnerability stops being scary and starts being how real connection happens. You do not need to be perfect. Perfection is not attractive. Presence is. You do not need to say the right thing every time. You need to mean what you say when you say it. You do not need to become a different man. You need to become a more grounded, more intentional version of the man you already are. The men who struggle most with attraction are not bad men. They are untaught men. And the moment you understand how this actually works, the moment the map becomes clear, something shifts in you. Quietly, internally, permanently. You stop feeling like you are missing something. You start moving like a man who knows something. And that energy, that quiet knowing, is more attractive than anything you could ever say. You have already started leveling up. Just by listening, just by being willing to understand, that is not nothing. That is the first step to becoming the man that women genuinely want, not because you chased them, but because you became someone worth wanting. If you are ready to stop chasing and start becoming the man women genuinely desire, subscribe to The Gentle Mind now. Turn on notifications because the next one will shift your reality again.